Good morning. Welcome to the Library Information Technology 101 orientation. My name is Mark Stengel. I'm the director of the library, and one of my responsibilities as the director is to kind of oversee this good group of people that you're getting to know today in this program. I'm sorry I can't be here with you in person. I'm in Seattle as we speak at a Library Association conference. But I trust that you'll have a good day in my absence. You'll meet in a minute, if you haven't already, the instructors in the program. I hope Julie Smith, who's a counselor that is working with our program very well, very important person, Kathy DeCou, who's a division assistant for the library, who can help shepherd some of the processes and answer questions for you. I would like to make just a couple of comments on our faculty and on the program as a way of kind of framing the rest of the day for you. First of all the faculty who you will have in this program, who you meet today, are practitioners in the areas in which they teach, or former practitioners, at least in the areas in which they teach. So you're not getting people whose experience is being conveyed only from what they've learned from reading and study, although they do that, but it is conveyed based on their on-the-ground experience, current or in the recent past, in the fields in which they're teaching. I think that's a valuable thing to have in any kind of a program, particularly in one that's aimed at preparing you to hit the ground running in the workplace. Our program has some features that are a little unusual. One of them is that the program is basically online, with the partial exception of this day. But within that online environment, we try very hard to encourage and develop your abilities to work well with other people. Librarianship is a people profession. We serve people. We do that by working effectively with our colleagues. And so we try very hard to build into all of our courses assignments that require you to work together on projects. Some of us don't like that particularly. Some of you don't like that particularly. It's one of the things that we hear complaints about from time to time. But we do it because it's so important that you be able to work effectively with others. And frankly, if you can do that well in an online environment, it's that much easier to do that when you're working face-to-face with people. A second thing is that we have a fairly broad list of requirements in the program to get either a certificate or a degree. Many of you, as many of our past graduates, will be working in relatively small organizations. Some of you may very well be one-person libraries. If you're the only person in your building, the only person in your room, the expectation is that most anything that needs doing, you will need to do, at least have some sense of how to do it. So that's why we want you to be familiar with cataloging, with collection development, with public services, with technology in the workplace, all these different things, so that you have a kind of breadth of preparation that A, helps you in a job interview, B, helps you actually function in the workplace. We teach ethics as a required standalone course because it's that important. Most programs like ours don't have a separate ethics course, but you can't work effectively in any kind of library or information organization without being constantly aware of the ethical implications of protecting people's right to privacy, without understanding what copyright law allows and doesn't allow. So we do teach and require that standalone ethics course. And we have an internship, which isn't all that unusual in programs like ours. We insist that you not do an internship in an institution in which you already work, because part of our intent is to get you out of your comfort zone and into a different environment so that you get a variety of different kinds of experience on the job. So those are some things that I think are important about our program. They're done deliberately. we ask you to be here today in part to help you to get to know each other and get to know your instructors, so that that ability to work effectively in an online environment has some kind of foundation. You have names and faces that you can associate it with people's personalities, and that gives you kind of a running start on that. Some of you may be aware that there is an effort underway by the American Library Association and one of its affiliate organizations to develop a national level library support staff certification process that certifies individuals who have met certain competency sets. There aren't any local libraries here in San Luis Obispo that have adopted that kind of process in terms of promotion or pay raises or anything like that, but in some parts of the country this is gaining kind of a solid foothold. We are in the process of attaining approval for our courses. Our cataloging course, Library Tech 104, has approval now. We have 3 other competency sets that we are working on. We kind of put that work on hold this last year to try to preserve the program because, as you may know, there was an effort at Cuesta to eliminate some programs. Ours was on the initial list for consideration. It didn't get eliminated, so we're picking up that work again, and we hope within the next year not only to have those competency sets certified, but to have the entire program certified so that when you graduate from the program, you, by definition, have that support staff certification, which might very well help you in the workplace. So stay tuned for more information on that. One of the things I'm doing in Seattle is meeting with a consultant who's working with the American Library Association on this process and has been involved in evaluating the work that we've submitted so far. So we'll try to get a little jump start on getting back to that work. That's about all I have. Take advantage of this opportunity to get to know the people you'll be studying with and the people you'll be learning from and with, and have a good day and a good semester. And if you have questions that I can answer, don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.